they can't.
I am a real American. Fight for the
False here.
rights of every man. I am a real American.
Hi,
Fight for what's right.
friend Paul
Fight
Galante
for
back.
your life.
This hijack attempt by Joe George, ambitious man that he is, has been noted. The slandering by the people's producer, Sean Mates, also noted. You think I wasn't listening? You think I wasn't listening while I was waiting to get called into jury duty? Yeah, I'm a great American, and again, I'm patting myself on the back for being a model citizen, doing my duty, doing my part, showing up, waiting to get called. The superior mind,
waiting.
Paul Gallant, they should have called me. I was so ready for this.
For what? Was it murder trial?
So basically, have you ever been called for jury duty?
No, I've
before?
not.
Okay, so basically, you get brought into a room and you just wait.
And just wait.
Right. And the last time I waited, I was in and out in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They called me down the hall. I walked down and they said, "Oh, we don't need you anymore. Bye." So I assume that might be actually the case that would happen. Hi, Joe.
How's it going?
I'm doing all right.
So are you? We can conclude our investigation now from the opening segment, since you were listening.
Yes, I
Are you the person that's saying they're Jake Asman board?
No.
on the Texans
No.
Reddit.
You know what's funny about Texans Reddit too? There's a lot of people that post anonymously. You're supposed to post anonymously or something like
Yeah.
that. Like someone was giving me crap because I posted my own stuff to self-promote on the Texans Reddit. Like, "Oh, you're not even doing it under a burner." No, I'm not a puss. Come on, I'm gonna do it publicly. Ooh, it's like shameful to self-promote yourself. Do you guys know who I am? I'm a cheap, slutty whore of a man who will sell whatever he can and push whatever he can.
I think we need to pull that for a future intro
Oh yeah.
because that's gonna be very good.
I think
very
so
useful.
as well. I'm sorry. I'm a little wired. I get
How long
very
were you down there
stressed.
for?
I got there at 7:53,
Yikes!
and
It's 11:20.
it's 11:20.
You know you could just take it the day off.
Yeah, but I didn't think that would be right.
Why?
I don't know. Listen, I do have an honor code. A lot of people like, "Oh, Paul wouldn't want to be on a trial." No, I actually would pay attention.
No.
I consider myself a patriot. Yeah, I heard you say that. I heard Sean say that. You guys are absolutely wrong. I would be great as a juror on a trial, and I'm kind of pissed off that they didn't pick me. I was there for 3 hours. Pick me. I want to do my duty.
But what happens like if it's like a real case and you're stuck there for like months?
I mean, you would have one really smart juror.
One.
At least one.
What would happen to the Paul Gallant show?
I don't know, like Paul Gallant on a mobile. But I heard you guys talking about like what do they do? That's a great question.
What do they do?
in 2023? I don't know how you can be kept.
You've
off the
watched
grid.
all the shows.
Yeah.
Like you rewatched Succession?
No. I mean, I bet they don't allow you to have any modern technology because if you go to these places, it's still like 20 years old. The places you're going into. So I'm assuming, like most governmental entities, that we are way stuck in the past. So yeah, I bet they probably just give you a flip phone or something. Like
I bet
that.
you like it's a TV with the only option being Netflix.
Yeah, but even then, I feel like there's some things on Netflix you would be able to see. I mean, how many television
there's
shows are
parental
there
guidelines.
about murderers and stuff, right? I mean, are they gonna have parental controls on so
Yeah.
you can only watch kids shows? Like that's all I think they could do.
But then you'd be like, I could show you what my life is like.
I think it would have to be like you could still show murder shows, right? It just can't be about the case because that they don't want to influence the jury
But-
about that case.
To that point, Sean, I think that there are certain shows that could perhaps affect your mentality or
Yeah.
mindset on a case. So if you've watched a bunch of murder mysteries, all of a sudden you might see a bunch of evidence, and all of a sudden you think you're a bleeping sleuth, like all these broads who watch these murder shows, because that's what these are catered for. Girls are obsessed with the murder shows, and I'm sorry to call you with the term. I just think it's a funny one.
What?
It's a
You
term
don't-
of endearment.
Time out. You don't like what was
I don't watch the murder shows.
You didn't watch like Making a Murderer?
I watched that, but that was because everyone was watching it. Now
Yeah.
there's so many, it's tough to really focus on one that everyone's in the know
Oh no,
about.
for sure. It's totally different now. Because like
Right.
now it's like the hot thing.
Because if it's at the center of the cultural
Yeah.
landscape, then 100% I will dive into it. But
So are you saying that you watch television just because people are talking about it?
yes,
Did you watch Succession because you liked it?
I I liked it, but I didn't love it like everybody
That's where
else
I'm at too.
It's a good show, but I mean, you guys did mention I don't have the best attention span, and there are moments in that show where.
But you want to be on a murder trial.
Yeah. Well,
But
hey,
you don't have
that's
the
different.
You,
but
you
a
can't
murder
sit there
trial's
and
different. That's-
watch
there's-
a argument between Kindle and Shiv, but you can handle a murder trial.
Look, I get that argument against me. There are certain, like, I throw curveballs at people from time to time. That is actually something I would take very, very seriously if I was actually called in. And I mean, you go all the way down there, you kind of hope you get called in. I want to actually see what it's like from that perspective and to do my duty as an American citizen.
The only thing like where I think you really would struggle that we didn't mention earlier is I feel like you'd want to ask questions.
No, that is
Like,
true.
the lawyer would
Now
be
that-
talking, and I could just see Paul like,
That
question.
is true. That is true.
I have a question about this evidence.
I also feel
There's
like
also-
you'd be very like easy to read from your facial expression. Like you would just be making faces like where you're like,
Yeah,
BS.
100%. I have no poker face. That would definitely not help. And I think the judge would be like, no, strike your face from the record.
Yeah.
Just strike your face. Just bury your face in your hands.
Those lawyers
That
would
man
know
just
right
sighed.
away.
That man just sighed. Strike that from the record.
Yeah.
My problem is too. I think at a certain point I would convince myself that as a, unbelievable performer and entertainer, that I would myself be able to do what a lawyer's doing. Now, obviously, no grasp of the law. The only law class I ever took was communications law at
Yeah.
Syracuse, and I got a D in it. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, wow, I'm probably not going to be able to pass. Luckily, college, a D, that is enough to pass a grade. But I thought to myself, okay, well, if I ever get in trouble, I'm just going to hire a lawyer. But in this setting right there, I'd be like, oh, I could do this 100%. It's just about acting confident. Because, right, I'm just trying to convince the
Yeah.
jury. I'm playing to them. And just make some things up along the way. You'll be fine.
I almost think we should try to send Paul to like one of Meltzer's trials.
Oh, I want to,
I don't know. I don't even know if Mike's there yet at that point in his career.
I honestly, I'm not 100% sure either what Mike does on that front.
100%.
I saw Mike a couple of weeks ago, and we touched on some of those things, and a lot of it was going over my head. But I nodded enthusiastically.
Oh yeah, you just say yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
It's the
Great.
best. It's such a great way to further a conversation. Yeah. Huh.
Interesting.
Wow. Cool.
You sound smart.